Fresh off of a victory in Chancellorsville, Virginia in May of 1863, the Confederate Army, headed by General Robert E. Lee, decides to take the fight to the north.
The Confederacy was on a roll at this point, and part of the thinking is if they can defeat the North on northern soil, the North will sue for peace, and the Confederacy will win its independence.
Tracking their movements northward is a newly formed organization called the Bureau of Military Information.
The Bureau of Military Information is really the first official intelligence organization within the Army.
Trying to improve on the past failures of former intelligence chief Allen Pinkerton, the Bureau is created by General Joseph Hooker and is headed by Colonel George Sharp.
It was an all-source organization long before we used that terminology. They had scouts and spies out there. They were reading newspapers. They were interrogating prisoners and deserters.
Through scouting and interrogations, the BMI's intel on the location of Lee's army allows Union forces to set up for battle in the best possible locations around Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. During the first 2 days of July 1863, Union and Confederate forces clash in a hard-fought battle. As war is waged, Colonel Sharp and his chief interrogator, John C. Babcock, work tirelessly to update their order of battle information.
Sharp and Babcock are trying to find out where Lee's army is, what units have been committed, and what we call battle damage assessment, how much of a beating has Lee's army taken.
After the second day of battle, General Meade calls his subordinates together to assess their position and troop strength. It's a gathering that's known as the Gettysburg Council of War.
General Meade is faced with a decision. He has to determine, should I stay here and continue this fight, or should I pull back?
Meade had just received a report from the Bureau that said all of Lee's army except General Pickett's divisions have been committed. What that means for Meade and his commanders is while Meade has a whole corps in reserve, Lee now only has one division in reserve. What Meade then decides to do is stay on the battlefield, fight it out, because he's got the advantage. He's got the high ground, and he's got a better reserve.
General Meade's decision to stay and fight a third day allows the Union Army to decimate the Confederacy's final attack, known as Pickett's Charge. The success at Gettysburg is the turning point that propels the Union Army to eventual victory in the American Civil War.